Welcome to Audiobooks for Us, where stories speak to your soul and healing begins with being heard. There's a kind of strength no one sees, the kind that doesn't roar but whispers, keep going. It's the kind of strength you carry when the world thinks you're thriving, but inside, you're just surviving, when the smile is practiced, when I'm fine feels like a lie, when achievement is your armor and busyness keeps the pain quiet. You're not dramatic, broken, or too much. You are human, and you've been brave for far too long. This is for you. Let these words hold you the way you hold everyone else. You are strong. You carry the weight of 10 lives, with the poise of a goddess and the smile of a saint. People admire your grace, your generosity, your ability to show up for everyone, every time. They call it strength. They call it confidence. But deep down, you know better. What they see as composure, you know is survival. This is a story of women like you, women who give and give until there's nothing left, women whose confidence is crafted in the fire of trauma, women who are exhausted from always having to be okay. Let's take a breath together. Let's talk about it. Chapter 1: Low Maintenance, a Dangerous Disguise. I'm easy, I don't need much. It sounds humble, it sounds chill. But too often it means this: I've learned not to need. Because needing meant disappointment. I've learned to take up less space so no one leaves. Being low maintenance isn't always a personality trait. Sometimes it's a learned behavior, a shield, an apology for existing. And for many women, it began in childhood. You were told not to be too emotional. You learned your needs were too much. So now you don't ask, you adapt, you survive, and people applaud you for it. They call you independent. But what they don't see is the quiet ache of being unseen. Chapter 2: The Productivity Prison, Always Staying Busy. You rise early, you stay late. Your calendar is color-coded and your to-do list never ends. Busy is your identity, but stillness is dangerous. In the silence, the thoughts creep in, the memories stir, the truth whispers, you're not okay. So you keep moving, always achieving, always fixing. But deep down, you're not thriving, you're outrunning something. Burnout isn't just physical, it's emotional, and busyness can be a trauma response in disguise, a desperate attempt to matter. Chapter 3: The Mask of Humor. Laughing things off. You make everyone laugh. You turn awkward into funny. You're the life of the room. But who sees you? You've learned that humor disarms pain. It keeps people at ease. It keeps you from crying. But behind every sarcastic remark and joke at your own expense is a wound waiting to be acknowledged. You learned to laugh because crying didn't feel safe. Because when you were vulnerable, someone made you regret it. And now, the world loves your wit, but you're tired of hiding behind punchlines. Chapter 4: The Giver's Curse, Giving More Than You Have. You're the helper, the listener, the one people run to. You pour and pour. But who fills you up? Somewhere along the way, you decided your worth was tied to usefulness. If you couldn't contribute, you feared being abandoned. So you gave, even when you were empty. And you called it love. And they called it selflessness. But your soul is screaming. Because love isn't martyrdom. And being everything for everyone else has left you broken. Chapter 5: The Caretaker's Trap. Fixing everyone but yourself. You take care of them all. You notice what no one else does. You make life easier for everyone around you. You are incredible, but you're tired. You learned early that love was conditional, that your safety depended on making others comfortable. So now, you don't rest. You anticipate. You absorb the chaos around you, and somewhere along the way, you forgot what peace feels like. Taking care of others became your identity, but now it feels like a prison. Chapter 6. The Weight of I'm Fine. You say it every day. Even when your chest is tight, your throat is sore from holding back tears, and your mind is spiraling. I'm fine. Because falling apart feels dangerous, because vulnerability was punished, because you believe your pain is an inconvenience. But, friend, your feelings are valid. Your exhaustion is real, and silence doesn't make it disappear. It just makes you lonelier. You are allowed to be seen. You are allowed to not be okay. Chapter 7. Overachieving as a survival skill. You exceed expectations. You overperform. You always go the extra mile. But it's not just ambition. It's fear. Fear of being a disappointment. Fear of not being good enough. Fear that if you aren't exceptional, you'll be abandoned. Trauma taught you to overachieve, to be so perfect they couldn't find a reason to leave. But perfectionism is a heavy chain. You don't need to earn your right to exist. You already matter. Chapter 8. Self-protection versus self-love. What the world sees as confidence is often self-protection. You smile so you don't cry. You help so you don't hurt. You achieve so you don't feel like a failure. But it's exhausting. And it's not sustainable. Real healing begins when you pause, when you allow yourself to feel, when you tell the truth to yourself, to someone safe, to God. You don't need to be everything. You don't need to be strong all the time. You deserve softness, rest, compassion, especially from yourself. Chapter 9. What healing can look like. Healing is not pretty. It's not linear, but it's possible. It begins with recognizing your patterns, not shaming yourself for them. It begins with curiosity. Why do I do this? What is this protecting? It begins with grace. You learn to say no, to ask for help, to receive love without earning it, to sit still without guilt, to be seen, messy, flawed, human. You begin to choose yourself, not out of rebellion, but out of reverence. Chapter 10. You are not alone. To the woman listening who feels like she's drowning in plain sight, you are not broken. You are not dramatic. You are not too much. You are responding exactly how someone who's lived through deep pain would respond. And now, you're learning new ways to live, not just survive. This is your permission to slow down, to speak up, to stop shrinking, to rest, to heal. And if no one else has told you lately, you are deeply, profoundly worthy of love. Not for what you do, but for who you are, right now, just as you are. Closing reflection. Take a deep breath. This is the beginning of something sacred, your return to yourself, the undoing of years of high-functioning hurt, the softening, the healing. You don't have to be strong every day. You just have to be real. And that, dear one, is the bravest thing you'll ever do.